Hello all, July 17th, 2012. It's time for some news. As you know, Obama has given the go-ahead to drill in the Arctic Ocean. Shell Oil, British Shell Oil, will be the first ones to drill there. They will take 24 ships and start drilling in the harshest, most unfriendly environments that you could possibly drill in. Well, over the weekend, one of their 24 ships got away and almost crashed into the shore. The winds were 27 to 35 miles an hour, and that's what they're saying is the cause of the mishap, the problem. Well, in the Arctic, 27 to 35 mile an hour winds are purely just breezes. The wind can blow almost 200 miles an hour up there in places. If they think they have trouble with 27 mile an hour winds, can you imagine 100 mile an hour wind? What's so bad about this is that Shell Oil says that even if it does ruin the pristine areas of the planet, it doesn't matter because the people on the planet, most of them, can't afford to go to pristine areas anyway, so it doesn't matter. In Ohio, the residents blocked access to one of the 170 fracking wells in the state. One of the protesters chained himself to the gate, and the main reason they're protesting the fracking is because of the spills that are happening, and the company comes in and does a simple pH test instead of really finding out what kind of dangerous liquids are spilling out all over the place. So they're basically trying to shut down fracking in Ohio. However, BP's sending out their newspeak people to tell everyone in Ohio that fracking is good for them and it's good for the land. If anybody has Google, go into the center of the U.S., especially down in Texas, run Google all the way down and see how many fracking wells there are. And that was several years ago. Google hasn't updated over the U.S. since because they're afraid of what people might see. And with that, let's go see what Brent Crude is doing. That's probably one of the biggest news items, is the price fluctuation brought on by Wall Street. Because the wealthy aren't really affected by all this turmoil on the planet. They're so reactionary that after the third or fourth time of being reactionary over the negatives, they go ahead and buy anyway, because really the negatives don't affect the 1%. So the stocks go up, and as soon as the stocks go up, the oil prices go up, as we've seen in the past. Alright, started out 103.5, went down to 103, drumbled along, and then went up to 103.56 or somewhere. Came along back down to 103. Then it shot back up to almost 104, well, a little over 104.5, and then went off a cliff and fell below 103. Then it went back up to almost 104.5, and now it's going back down, and at present we're at 104. What about gas supplies for northern, central, and southern California and parts of Oregon? Let's go up and see how many oil barges there are in San Francisco Bay. Okay, we had rain, well, not rain, but we had drizzle all last night, so it cleaned the air and it got all the flowers nice and clean, and so I thought I would just do a slow pan while I'm talking. And look at this. Here we have this guy floating right in front of us. Oh, come back! I've never had any animal come and try and get into the camera. It's just the opposite. Can you believe that happened? Well, anyway, back to the camera here. So we're panning here on this crystal clear day in San Francisco. But look at right over here. Yeah, that's 3 barges and a smaller inner bay type thing. I'm just going to keep going along here. And while we're panning here, I just wanted to talk to you about, what do you guys think about the banksters and this rip-off? You know, we're having to bail out banksters all over the country, and instead of taking them to court, we're giving them huge, gigantic bonuses and perks. So anyway, what my point here is that I think that it's time to get out of all these banks and into a credit union, a good quality, non-corrupt credit union. You have to do your homework. The credit unions can be just as corrupt as the banksters, though they're a little bit more regulated, I believe. I've been in a credit union for about, 3 years now, and have never had a problem. So, where the banks were just fee and problems, and it just doesn't happen with a credit union because they're a lot more honest. I'm going to put you down here because of the wind. I've been asked, what's the purpose of your videos? And my purpose is because during the Occupy movement here in the States, I was really pissed off. I didn't participate in any of it other than film a little bit of it, but I felt as if I wanted to be part of it. So I decided to join the Pink Barrio, which is a team of people that are making their own art and their own items and selling it. And that way you're not spending money on these corporate box stores, all these corporations who are feeding. Here comes that hummingbird. You're not going to believe it. I'm going to try and catch him here. I don't believe it. That's the second time. Wow, he's very defensive, isn't he? So anyway, if you want to, just go to pinkbarrio.com right here. And look and see of all the items that we sell on there, and see if you want to join in and buy, on various parts of Pink Barrio, or the artists that work there. They're the ones that should be supported, not the the Co's and the cheap box stores that pay so low wage and keep trying to press the wages further and further, and keep talking about how great austerity is throughout the planet. If we keep feeding in to the box stores and the corporates, and not supporting the small, keeping the money in your local area with supporting your small artists or your small grocer or whatever it is, that's really what my part of the push is to try and get people to realize that what the damage to our planet is happening because of these corporations. As I leave, I'm going to show you this last view. It's really pretty. So until next time.